15 beautiful places in the Netherlands you need to see. Located in Northwestern Europe, with much of its territory below sea level, it's no wonder everyone talks about the Netherlands as a land of wonderful canals. But that's just one of this country's many appeals. Scattered throughout, you will also find picturesque windmills, colorful flower fields, idyllic villages, and vibrant cities rich in art, culture, and history. How to get there? Amsterdam's Schiphol Airport, the primary gateway, offers numerous direct flights from global cities. For a quieter arrival, consider flying into Rotterdam The Hague Airport or Eindhoven Airport, both of which serve international destinations. When to visit? The best time to visit the Netherlands is from mid-June to the end of September. During these months, the weather is at its finest, warm but not too hot, perfect for leisurely canal cruises and bicycle tours through the countryside. This period also bursts with vibrant life, hosting numerous festivals and outdoor events that showcase Dutch culture and hospitality. Some tips to enhance your trip. Always carry cash, as some shops and eateries don't accept credit cards. Dress in layers, as the weather can be unpredictable. If you plan to visit museums, consider getting a museum card for free entry to over 400 museums nationwide. It's a huge money saver. Purchase an OV chip card for convenient access to all public transportation. Don't miss trying local delicacies like stroopwafels and bitterballen. Download a map app that works offline. Learn a few Dutch phrases. It's appreciated by locals and can enhance your interactions. Amsterdam. Here are 15 of the most beautiful places to see in the Netherlands, from charming cheese markets to beautiful parks to ever seductive Amsterdam. Amsterdam. A picturesque cluster of canals over the Amstel River in the province of North Holland, Amsterdam is the largest and most alluring city in the Netherlands. For a complete experience in the Dutch capital, don't miss the illustrious Rijksmuseum, Van Gogh Museum, or Anne Frank House. Also, make sure you fill out your itinerary with long strolls around Grachtengordel, the central area where the city's main canals, bridges, and quaint 17th-century canal houses reside, and a foray into the controversial red light district, once famous for cannabis coffee shops and neon-lit brothel windows, now brimming with art studios and cool hipster hangouts. The Hoge Veluwe National Park. Covering an area of 5,400 hectares in the province of Gelderland, Hoge Veluwe National Park is one of the largest and most varied nature reserves in the Netherlands. Home to interesting wildlife and geographical formations ranging from rolling sand dunes to dense woodlands, the park is a wonderful example of what can happen when sport, art, and culture meet unspoiled nature. Major attractions in the Hoge Veluwe National Park include the Kröller-Müller Museum, which is home to the world's largest private Van Gogh collection, the Muswonder Underground Museum, one of the finest sculpture gardens in Europe, and the stunning Jacques Sint-Hubertus Hunting Lodge. Tip: to explore all these, take advantage of the 1,700 white bikes that are free for everyone to use throughout the park. Keukenhof Gardens. One of the Netherlands' most beautiful attractions, the Keukenhof Gardens, often referred to as the Garden of Europe, is the second largest flower garden in the world after Dubai Miracle Garden and a place anyone should visit while in the Netherlands. Located in the bulb region, between Amsterdam and The Hague, Keukenhof, with its more than 7 million bulbs planted each autumn, is a magnificent spectacle of colors and scents. In addition to admiring the gorgeous floral landscape, visitors can also enjoy various flower shows, markets, and parades held here throughout the year. Take a memorable flight, bike tour, or boat trip around the bulb fields, or have lunch in one of the on-site restaurants. The best time of the year to visit the Keukenhof Gardens is during spring when the fields are in full bloom and can be admired in their entire splendor. Rotterdam. Amsterdam's greatest rival, Rotterdam, is the second largest city in the Netherlands and one of the world's largest and busiest ports. Located in western Netherlands, in the province of South Holland, the city stands out for its gorgeous waterside setting, cutting-edge architecture, and high commercial importance. Nevertheless, its lively nightlife, jam-packed cultural calendar, and young university vibe make Rotterdam one of the most dynamic and livable cities in Europe. There are many sayings reflecting the perpetual rivalry between the Netherlands' finest cities, but this is probably the most popular. Amsterdam has it, but Rotterdam doesn't need it. Delft. Delft is a charming typical Dutch city located in the province of South Holland, between Rotterdam and The Hague. World famous for its blue and white pottery, Delftware, and for being the hometown of Vermeer, the painter who gave birth to the girl with a pearl earring, Delft is bursting with things to see and do. From lovely bars and cafes to quaint churches, interesting museums, and beautiful historical buildings lining pretty canals and wonderful parks. Delft's real charm, however, lies in the relaxed atmosphere, which, together with its gloriously preserved medieval old center and idyllic canals, makes for an unforgettable romantic getaway. Maastricht. The capital of the Limburg province, Maastricht lies in the southeastern part of the Netherlands, very close to both Belgium and Germany. Once a Roman settlement, this attractive multicultural city has mastered the art of combining the old with the new. Expect rich culture and history, leafy parks, interesting museums, and a storybook medieval old town of quaint plazas and romantic cobblestone streets lined with restaurants and cafes. The old windmills of Kinderdijk. There are many things that make the Netherlands the unique place that it is, but nothing complements the traditional Dutch landscape better than its picturesque windmills. The country is full of them, but the UNESCO-protected 19 windmills of Kinderdijk are, no doubt, one of the most famous sites in the Netherlands. Designed in 1740 to drain the Alblasservaart polders and prevent flooding, the windmills have been perfectly preserved ever since. Nowadays, tourists from all over the world come to admire this idiosyncratic scenery and learn about the brilliant Dutch water management. Moreover, from April to the end of October, one of these ancient generators is open to the public to explore and admire. Kinderdijk is in the province of South Holland, about 15 kilometers east of Rotterdam. During the tourist season, it can be easily reached by car, train, bus, and even by boat. Haarlem. Located about 20 kilometers west of Amsterdam, on the banks of the river Spaarne, Haarlem is the capital of North Holland and the city with the highest concentration of museums in the Netherlands. Gravitating around a delightful market square, Grote Markt, where many of the city's landmarks are located, Haarlem is a great place to visit, whether you're interested in culture, history, shopping, or just want to soak up the enchanting laid-back Dutch feel while lingering over a beer in one of its many sidewalk cafes. The Hague. Dubbed the judicial capital of the world, The Hague is one of the largest and most important cities in the Netherlands, after Amsterdam and Rotterdam. Airy and sophisticated, this cosmopolitan metropolis in the west of the country seduces visitors with outstanding architecture, lovely squares, and fine art museums, but also with its golden beaches, posh neighborhoods, shiny skyscrapers, and excellent shopping. Highlights include Madurodam, the miniature city located in Scheveningen, the Prison Gate Museum, Gevangenpoort, the beautiful beach resort of Scheveningen, the Royal Picture Gallery Mauritshuis, and Binnenhof, The Hague's famous and imposing complex of governmental buildings. Alkmaar Cheese Market. Held each year in the Waagplein Square in Alkmaar, this cheese market is one of the best places to visit in the Netherlands. Due to its long history that dates back to 1593, it's no wonder the market has become a prominent tradition in the area and a noticeable part of the Dutch culture. Usually, the Alkmaar cheese market season kicks off on the first Friday of April and lasts until the first Friday of September. The fairs, spectacles, and demonstrations are taking place each Friday from 10 a.m. until 12:30 p.m. Combining charming medieval decors with wonderful displays of world-class Dutch cheese and vendors wearing traditional costumes, a trip here is like an authentic journey through Dutch culture and traditions. Alkmaar can be found in the province of North Holland, 40 kilometers northwest of Amsterdam. The Efteling. Established in 1952 in the little town of Kootsheuvel, southern Netherlands, Efteling is among the oldest theme parks in the world and the largest attraction of its kind in the country. About twice as large as California's famous Disneyland, the park is divided into 4 different realms, each with its own theme, and has lots of attractions to entertain the entire family, from wide-open green spaces, concerts, and theatrical performances to bars, restaurants, and even a 4-star hotel. The new Dutch waterline. The Dutch have always been famous for their fierce fight against the country's greatest enemy, water. A great testament to that is the new Dutch waterline, a colossal 135-kilometer-long fortification of over 45 strongholds surrounding the cities of Amsterdam and Utrecht. The breathtaking landscapes here, peppered with adorable villages, beautiful lakes and rivers, museums, and castles, are a joy to explore, whether by foot, boat, or bicycle. Waddenzee. Home to millions of migratory birds, all types of fish species, and seal colonies, Waddenzee is the most peculiar and important nature reserve in the Netherlands, as well as one of the world's largest wetlands ecosystems. Located in the province of Groningen, on the Dutch coast, this one-of-a-kind natural habitat spans an area of almost 2,500 square km. Twice a day, it keeps its moist land appearance and becomes one with the sea. Giethoorn. A storybook come to life. Giethoorn lures visitors with its dreamlike tranquility, idyllic waterways, and pretty thatched roof farmhouses shrouded in greenery. Located in the northeastern Dutch province of Overijssel, about 75 miles from Amsterdam, the village is a cluster of small peat islands with over 55 miles of canals, hundreds of wooden foot-arch bridges, and no car streets. Although its fairy tale-like appearance is reason enough to visit, Giethoorn also hosts a handful of interesting museums, as well as charming canal-side restaurants, quirky shops, and picturesque cycling routes. For nature lovers, the nearby De Wierop en Weiden National Park is a treasure trove of wetlands, reed beds, and wildlife. Aptly nicknamed the Dutch Venice, this charming hamlet can only be explored by boat, bike, or on foot. Boortange. Part living fortress, part open-air museum, the tiny fortified village of Boortange in the Westerwald region is one of the most unique places in the Netherlands. Built in 1593, during the Dutch revolt against Spain, the star-shaped fort near the border with Germany is an outstanding example of 16th-century military architecture, with cobbled medieval lanes, quaint brick houses, and restored military barracks, all enclosed within thick defensive walls and marshy moats. A well-preserved synagogue, a couple of museums dedicated to the area's history, and a smattering of seasonal events, including a Christmas market, count among its attractions, but the real pleasure of a trip here lies in a simple walk around its delightful streets lined with small craft shops, or maybe a stroll along its walls at sunset, topped off with a drink in the tree-shaded Central Plaza.